Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Yes, we not done. Today we got some more Onepunchman greatness, so lock the fucking yes you. Now let's get into it. Now we start with Garou on the ground after he got jumped and he remembers everything that happened to him. And then he wakes up. The man says, hold on, I was sleeping? What the hell happened to me? But wait, I lost to a monster? How did I even survive? And he starts thinking about that little you and if he survived, but he's like, nah, that's a later issue. Let me close the wounds. But his wounds are already closed. And his shirt is stuck to his body. Then he just starts powering up and he gets bigger. Yeah, I can't lie, he needs to get his get back. We cut to Hero HQ and Child Emperor is about to find the Monster Association hideout. Then we learn Tank Top Master and Metal Batter in the hospital? Who the hell they even face? Five Night is still MIA and Zombie Man is on his way here. Child Emperor says, I was looking into Genos, and that is suspicious. The town he was born in is gone, and he lives in City Z, a lie. Bro thinks he's on some Reiner and Bertold shit. He says, listen, we don't know shit about the ops, but if we have a traitor amongst us, we already lost this war. And Genos, he ain't even gained our trust yet, so let's exclude him from the operation. So they take him off, but they take off Silverfang too? Now you're going too far. Half these can't even see Silverfang in ones. But of course, they still need the Aura God himself, King. This old man ain't with that though. He says, hold on, you're about to take off S-rank heroes and replace them with A-rank heroes? Them will probably die. But homie says, listen, die every day. We gotta stop the monsters. Now we cut back to Saitama and all these guys are literally eating his hot pot. I'd be vexed. Bang goes to Saitama and he says, where did I go wrong with my disciple? And I can't lie, it's just the same shit as Master Shifu. Now we cut back to Garou. He's walking down the street and he goes in this garage, finds a hole and jumps down. He starts walking in on smoke. Giro was like, Blood Cleat, we have an intruder already? Is that a monster who wants to join us or is it a hero? But who would be dumb enough to come all the way in here on their ones? I gotta verify this carefully. He tells the mandem, hey, there's a guy in here. If it's a monster, bring him to me. If it ain't, do whatever you want with him. We move to King and he's walking home after throwing out trash and these guys from HQ find him. They say, Twin, we need you at HQ, we're about to start this raid. Then we see the rich pops and he's like, hold on. I told the captain to contact me every 2 hours, but I ain't heard shit all night. Did they leave with the suits? Did they get packed up? Did they meet fine shit? They indeed met fine shit. He starts pleading to the Robo Man. Listen, you gotta save my kid. I'll give you all the money you need. But then the mandem start walking in and they say, nah, that won't be necessary. We got this. And we learn Child Emperor found their hideout, so it's time. Tornado says, don't worry, old man. By the time you wake up, the fight will be done already. They go have a strategy meeting. Basically, they found different entry points and they're all gonna go in at the same time. And they'll have backup members waiting above just in case some monsters jump out. Now we cut back to the two youths in the cell, and Royal Ripper says, good morning, I've come to get you, Terrio, come out. The other kid says, what the, why is he getting released? Released? Hell nah, he's coming to my room. And bro's like, yeah, it was nice knowing you, gang, appreciate you, have fun out there. And he takes him out and they start walking. Now we cut to these three monsters and they're walking down the hallway and they just see monsters destroyed. They say, nah, this ain't the work of a human, this gotta be a monster. And we just start hearing Tario screaming and Royal Ripper's cutting his face. Bro's like, why are you doing this? Why? Gang, because I'm a monster, look at me. I don't care about this war, as long as I can cut. Killing is all I live for. Yeah, I think bro just needs a hobby or something, like football, fishing, basketball, something, man. The man says, first your tongue, but then Unk comes in, breaking the wall. Royal Ripper goes to cut him, but this Garou guy grabs his sword, breaks it, and punches the man's head clean off. He ain't done yet though, he cuts him into pieces after.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Garou says, let's get out of here, little you. Then he grabs the bandages from Royal Ripper and ties it around his waist like a belt. Yeah, that's crazy. Boom, he kicks the door open and he tells a little you, you're dead if they catch you, twin. The kid says, so Unk, how you even know about this place? How? Because I'm a monster. Then these two monsters come behind him. Hey, is that a human? It's an intruder, bet. It's our chance to prove ourselves and get some monster gal. Let's go kill him. They run in, but they're like, wait, I've seen him before. Ain't that the hero hunter? And Garou turns around and packs them up easy. Bro's like, I got my get back, so I'ma bounce. If you wanna come with me, then come. And he starts running and Tario runs after him. He says, Unk, you sure you're blessed with those injuries? Maybe we should just chill and hide. But Garou says we can't even do that one. They know where we are. And they got monsters who can track us too. If we stop, we'll be cooked. But we're in luck though, they seem to be busy doing other shit so they can't send their full forces. It's because they gotta get ready for the battle with the heroes. And he says he'll just deal with anyone that comes in their way. But Tario says, listen, there's another hostage, a kid around my age. Garou says, them kids. Please, you gotta save him. I ain't here to save no kids. I came here to get my get back and I got it. But then he just sees this? Is it drooling? Garou says, don't turn around, just slowly walk over here one step at a time. Tario starts walking and Garou's already on edge. His body's giving him warning signals. He needs to avoid this fight. Shit looks like Clifford from Chicago. He tells him, hey, just keep walking, don't run. Whatever you do, don't provoke it. They get down the hallway and he's like, see, he's not chasing us. As long as we don't provoke it, we're blessed. But they turn around the corner and Geronimo Stilton is there? Nah, man, what type of monster is this? You don't know real monster, man. Go water some plants. But the sprinkler says, you want to taste these unknown chemicals? And starts spraying him. The man just hits the water away with his hand and just punches down its spell. Like, bro was really shooting him with pesticides thinking he's a monster. Shanks ain't gonna let that slide, so he goes to punch. But Garou grabs his hand and destroys his arm. Damn, maybe hockey doesn't transcend all. Tario's like, you really strong now, what the hell? But they all start to heal and they say, you are really strong, you not no pushover. Yeah, I'm used to fighting multiple enemies, this ain't nothing new. They say we're all level demon, and Garou says, so wouldn't I be considered level dragon then? You, dragon? You know you're not there yet, boy, only the top dogs can get that name. They're in a different league. The pointy one says, hold on, you thought you won already? This ain't over. He jumps in the air and starts spinning. He goes straight for Garou. This Garou guy dodges that easy and gives him a rude kick away. He's like, y'all boys can't really be monsters, weak as hell. Then they hear a scream and that means they hit the dog. And we just see the pointy monster get spat back. Garou's like, didn't you say he had the hardest horn in the world? They're like, shit, we really pissed off Rover. We cut to the dog and it's charging up a blast and it just shoots? What type of dog is this? The monsters try to block but they just get cooked. And Garou takes the U and runs. Damn, I guess friendly fire's on. We cut to Saitama and he's like, what, an earthquake? Maybe the doctor can fix my TV later when he's done with Genos. Back to the monster hideout. The whole place gets destroyed and it's looking for Garou. Garou pushes the rock out of his way, pushes the kid, and he says, damn, this is really a disaster level dragon monster. He tells the kid, I'ma keep it a buck with you, you gotta get out of here. You're about to leave me? Yes, gang, you're gonna slow me down. It's pure luck that I saved your life before. You gotta figure this shit out now. And the little Ute just runs away. But the dog turns around and goes to blast him. But Unc ain't gonna let that slide. He says, come fight me. And he starts hitting his leg bare. He's like, yeah, I bet you're hurting a little bit now. But that only tickled it. And it goes to shoot a blast point blank at him. So it's just spamming. Garou's like, damn, I'm really about to die? I ain't even been in a section with 50 baddies yet. I can't go out like this. And he gets blasted all the way down to the ground. The dog walks, looks down, and Garou's still alive, but he's hurting. Then it says, oh, you're still not dead yet? Say no more. And it starts jumping around and blasting more and more beams at him. Garou jumps out the way, but it jumps too, and it keeps shooting. The whole place explodes, but Garou's hanging from the ceiling and it can't find him. So the man drops down and gives it a rude punch in the head. But it just gets up and wriggles him off. Bro's like, hold on, my best attack had no effect on him? It bites his leg, throws him side to side and blasts him point blank. Is he about to get no diffed again? Now, Garou's under a bunch of rubble and he can't move, but he's in Girou's lair now. Bro says, hold up, Garou, that's you? I was wondering who it was. Like I thought, you lived up to my expectations. He moves the rubble off him with his power, and then he freezes him. He says, let's just chat for a little bit, twin. Now we cut to the man himself and he's brushing his teeth. He walks out his door and he's ready to go deal with some monsters. Back to Girou, he tells Garou, listen, right now you can only be considered half monster, but even as a halfie, you survived Rover's blast attack. You got limitless potential. But don't worry, I'll raise you into the strongest monster. What, you gonna teach me how to use psychic powers? Nah, I ain't gonna teach you that. I'm gonna just tell you the secret behind monsterification. Basically, all you gotta do is almost die many times to completely overload your body and spirit, and you gotta experience hell. Garou says, sounds like you've done this a bunch of times. A bunch of times? Nigga, I've been doing this every day. It's easy to turn a human into a monster, but they don't really get no stronger. And it's really just the same power that they had when they were human. I did everything I could to break this limit. I used hatred, I used anger, I used pain. Even tried making them data light skin. None of that worked. He says, then I found it. You just have to conquer death and keep repeating it, and you can get crazy growth. I had many successes, but they all died before attaining dragon level. Then I had my first creation, Monster King Orochi. Yeah, this guy looks crazy. Garou says, let's join forces, gang. You can't refuse. I ain't working with you, you a bum. And slowly Garou starts to move his body while he's under Garou's control. So the man just covers him with rocks, no Shiratensei, but Garou just hits them all away. Hey, that's all you got? You really ain't like that for real. How are you the top strategist here? He dodges, lands on this rock and says, if I crush you, everything will collapse, right? It's hunting time.
Shit means something to me, man.
Garou says, hey, I need to save my energy, so I got something for you. Yo, Orochi, come finish this you off. And we just see a big ass hand grab him and crush him? Nah, what actually is this guy? Now we cut to Saitama and he's walking down the street, and then these monsters come up behind him. They're like, hold on. But they're interrupting the man reading the new One Piece chapter, so he gives them a rude punch to the face. Bro was about to see Fraud Hawk versus the man who waits. Now back to Garou. Garou says, but don't actually kill him, I got plans for him later. And he drops him on the ground. Hold up, you still getting up? Garou looks and he's like, what the actual hell is that? Then Orochi's horns start chasing him and he gets stabbed in the torso. But Garou gets up and he says, no problem. I already had a hole in my torso. He starts going at it with the horns, runs up the wall, kills this guy for no reason. Like, what did he do? He was just watching. He keeps running along the wall, dodging everything. Then he goes straight for him, ready to attack. But then another mouth appears? What is that? That's just gross.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Luckily, Garou dodges. Garou's like, hold on, what type of boss am I even facing now? Then Orochi just blasts fire everywhere. Yeah, I can't lie, the heroes really might be cooked after this one. After all the fire, this Orochi guy just goes and punches Garou. He blocks it for a little bit, but the man still gets sent to the wall. Garou says, hey, give up, gang. His level is too strong for you. But Garou gets up. He ain't going for that. He steps and says, come at me, ho. What I lack with power, I'ma make up for it with my technique. But then Orochi says, I understand it now. And he starts using the same stance as him, so the man can copy too. Why is everyone Kakashi? But Garou still ain't going out like that. He says, that ain't no real fear. Let me show you what real fear is like. Garou goes in, but he gets hit into a wall again. And Garou says, you did good there, Orochi. I'ma take my time brainwashing him. Back to Saitama, he's on the street and he just opens the sewer and he gets ready to jump in. Alright, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling about the arc so far, how you're feeling about One Punch Man. And yes, told y'all boys, I'm not playing any games this week, right? Wednesday, we dropped Gen V. Saturday, we dropped My Hero. And today we have One Punch Man. Not playing no more games. We're in November now, okay? The second channel is up. If you haven't watched that first video, go give it a watch. Second video will be coming out very, very, very soon. And yeah, appreciate all the support. We're growing here. We're growing over there too. It's great to see. Loving that you guys are supporting a young shiner like me. We're gonna have another non-My Hero, non-One Punch Man video coming very, very soon to this channel. Non-My Hero, non-One Punch Man video coming very, very soon to this channel. And start editing that hopefully this week. Hopefully this week we'll get the ball rolling on that one. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. Like, I'm really thinking, if you know me, if you're a Shimmy OG, you know my first biggest video was a top 10 manhwa. You know my first biggest video was a top 10 manhwa. So I'm thinking, do I gotta switch it up? Try a top 10 manhwa again, 2025 edition. Maybe do that on a yearly type of basis type thing. So I might have to drop one of those, cause why not? Appreciate y'all boys and girls. Make sure to like, subscribe, and sub to the new channel, More Shimmy. Link is in the description. And yes, I will catch y'all boys and girls in the next video. Peace.